As you're taking pictures, you'll notice that there will be orbs of light because there's so many angels here. And the angels will show up on photographs. The digital photograph shows energy. So if you ask the angels to show up in the photos, they will. And you'll see the little circles of light. It's not dust. It's energy. And you can take comparisons between taking photos this morning and the afternoon when we invoke more angels. You'll see the difference. But anyway, let me give you some background for those who are brand new to my work or those who are skeptics. I welcome skeptics or believers alike. My name is Doreen. I'm a very gentle and peaceful person. I'm here to offer information that is my truth. If it resonates with you, that's great. If it doesn't, then I hope that I have at least caused you to think. I have been seeing and talking to angels since I was a little girl. And many children are that way. It's not special. It's actually pretty normal for children to be very sensitive to energy. I was raised in a metaphysically minded household. My parents used prayer for everything, including fixing our cars when they broke, fixing our appliances when they broke, fixing my brother and myself when we broke. My parents didn't have much money because my dad didn't like his engineering job. He was an aerospace engineer. And he felt like it was not his calling or his passion. So we had just bought a brand new house. My mother didn't work outside the house. My brother and I were little children, and my dad came home one day and said, Joanne, that's my mother's name, I'm quitting my job. And my mother said, okay, Bill, that's fine. They had no visible means of support. Are your headphones working?
No.
Not working? Okay. Would you prefer a translator? Because I've got a friend of mine backstage who could translate. What would you prefer? It's your workshop. How many would rather have a person translating? No? How many just are going to muddle through the technology? Yeah? Okay, you tell me what you want, okay? I'm here. You want a translator?
No.
How many want a translator?
No.
How many do not want a translator? Oh, majority ones. There's static? Yeah, I know what that means. In French and English, it's the same thing. My French is terrible, or I speak to you in French, but I would just be saying, I'd be saying the same thing over and over again. Okay, so let's see how it works. If you want a translator, I've got a very nice one backstage. She's lovely. She's magical like me, so you'll love her. Okay. Yeah? You want a translator?
No.
Okay. Yeah, let's just try. Let's just try. Okay, so you have to invoke her. She's an angel. You have to say, Isabel! Isabel, the translator, here she is. You have to turn your microphone on, too. So you can take your headphones off for a minute. Ah. Such a relief. Isabel translated in Paris for me last week. But she had a microphone, that's the difference.
Et j'ai traduit pour Doreen la semaine dernière à Paris. Il y avait des petits problèmes techniques avec le microphone, donc j'ai traduit.
Yeah, I told you she's lovely. This is the new world, technology versus the old ways.
C'est le monde nouveau avec la nouvelle technologie.
Okay. Let's get going now, because we've got a lot to talk about, okay?
On va commencer, parce qu'on a beaucoup de choses à
Let's not get hung up on technology. That's not a good use of our time.
On va laisser la technologie derrière, c'est pas une bonne utilisation de notre temps.
All right, is that okay with you? Just keep going? All right. Now, you know, at these workshops, somebody's going to be unhappy. It's just the law. So,
À ces conférences, il y aura toujours quelqu'un qui ne sera pas forcément très heureux, et c'est comme ça, c'est la loi.
nothing's ever perfect in this physical world. It's either too cold, too hot, the seats are hard, someone's coughing, or now it's the translator thing. So we just let that go.
Rien n'est jamais parfait, des fois il fait trop chaud, il fait trop froid, des fois c'est le traducteur, donc on va laisser partir tout ça.
Right? It doesn't matter.
C'est pas important.
What matters is the angels and the information that we're here together today.
Ce qui est important, ce sont les anges et les informations que nous allons recevoir aujourd'hui.
Agreed?
D'accord?
Yes.
Oui.
Merci. So, children like myself naturally talk to angels. You talked to angels when you were small, even if you don't remember it.
Les enfants, comme moi, parlent naturellement aux anges. Vous aussi, quand vous étiez enfant, vous parliez aux anges.
Angels are messengers from our Creator. They bring messages back and forth.
Les anges sont des messagers du Créateur. Ils ramènent des messages entre les deux.
We don't worship the angels, we don't pray to them, we don't make them gods.
On ne fait pas les anges, les anges ne sont pas Dieu, on n'en fait pas des déités, ils sont simplement des messagers.
We can talk directly to God easily, all of us.
Nous pouvons tous parler à Dieu très facilement.
And it's easy to talk to God and feel and hear God when you are in a state of peace.
C'est facile de parler à Dieu quand on est dans un état de paix, quand on est en paix.
But when you're stressed out, your vibration lowers and it's more difficult to feel and hear God's love.
Et quand vous êtes stressé, votre vibration diminue et donc c'est plus difficile de connecter avec Dieu.
And that's where angels come into play. The angels are a bridge between the high vibration and the low vibration.
Et c'est là que les anges arrivent, ils font un pont entre la vibration élevée et la vibration plus basse.
I see angels everywhere I look.
Je vois des anges partout où je vais.
And every single person that I've ever seen in my whole life has at least 2 guardian angels with them at all times.
Et chaque personne que j'ai rencontrée dans toute ma vie a au moins 2 anges gardiens.
There's no exceptions to this. Even so-called evil people have angels with them.
Il n'y a aucune exception à ça, même les gens qui ont soi-disant des choses avec le démon, il n'y a rien de tout ça.
But what's really apparent and obvious is that the evil people are not listening to their angels, or they would not act that way.
Et ce qui se passe, c'est que les gens maléfiques, en fait, ils n'écoutent pas leurs anges, parce que sinon ils ne seraient pas comme ça.
So, my job is to help everyone to identify the voice of their angels and then to trust that voice.
Mon travail ici, c'est donc d'aider les gens à connecter avec leurs anges pour écouter cette voix.
I think you'd agree with me that we need angels' help more than ever right now in our world than ever before.
Vous serez d'accord avec moi que nous avons besoin de l'aide des anges énormément aujourd'hui dans le monde entier.
So today, my role is to facilitate you getting clear messages from your angels about your personal life and about global situation.
Mon rôle aujourd'hui est de vous aider vraiment à communiquer et entendre clairement le message des anges. Elle va vous aider.
Last week, we had a planetary shift.
La semaine dernière, nous avons eu un changement de planète.
We had a Venus return with a full moon.
Vous avez eu la planète Vénus qui était en rétrograde avec une pleine lune.
And activity in the sun and Saturn as well.
Avec l'activité du Soleil et de la planète Saturne aussi.
We are very affected by the planets, just like the ocean is affected by the moon.
Cela nous affecte beaucoup, tout comme la lune affecte l'océan.
During this Venus return, the angels said that we all went through an upgrade, just like a computer program that's upgraded.
Donc pendant cette rétrograde de la planète Vénus, on a tous eu une mise à jour en fait. Les anges ont dit on a eu un upgrade, tous les êtres humains.
And things are a lot clearer to you now than they ever have been before.
Donc les choses devraient être beaucoup plus claires pour vous comparé à avant.
You may have noticed that you feel more irritable since the Venus return, and you're not alone.
Vous avez peut-être remarqué que maintenant vous êtes un peu plus irrité, un peu plus facilement, et vous n'êtes pas les seuls.
Right?
Vous sentez ça?
Yes. Oh, God, yeah.
Les
The angels say that your irritability is because the veil was lifted, the cloud covering was lifted.
anges disent que notre irritabilité vient du fait que le voile a été levé.
And all of a sudden you might be thinking, hang on, what's going on in this world? What's going on?
Et tout d'un coup, vous pouvez vous demander, wow, qu'est-ce qui se passe dans le monde?
How did we get here?
Comment on en est arrivé là?
And what can I do to help?
Et qu'est-ce que je peux faire pour aider?
And you might be thinking, oh my gosh, I need to quit my job and become a healer or a writer, a speaker full time right now.
Et peut-être vous vous dites, oh ben, il faut que je parte de mon travail, je vais peut-être devenir guérisseur, je vais peut-être devenir écrivain.
And that might be true, but I'm here today to help you to get very practical information about your life purpose.
Et ça, c'est peut-être vrai, mais Doreen est là pour vous donner des informations pratiques pour votre mission de vie.
Okay, now let me check in with you. How are we doing with the translator versus the earphones? Yep. Isabel's great. She's great. She's great. So she can sit down and be comfortable. That's why there was 2 chairs, honey.
C'était pour ça, oui. Ah ouais.
And then we'll get you. Do you want to sit over here, and then you can have, sit over here, and then you can pour yourself some water. You should pour it though, because I'm not good at pouring water. This is the new energy where you have to be flexible and then go with the flow.
C'est la nouvelle énergie et il faut qu'on soit flexible en fait pour aller avec ce qui arrive.
In fact, Isabel does angel workshops.
Donc je fais des séminaires aussi sur les anges, des conférences.
I can translate for you then.
Et là, c'est pour moi.
You have angels with you right now, guaranteed.
Vous avez des anges avec vous maintenant, c'est garanti.
Even if you don't believe in them, they're there with you.
Même si vous n'y croyez pas, les anges ils sont là avec vous.
And your angels want to help you with every part of your life because their mission is to help you to be at peace.
Et les anges veulent vous aider avec toutes les parties de votre vie parce que les anges souhaitent que vous soyez en paix.
God being peace has a will for all of us to be at peace.
Donc Dieu souhaite que nous soyons tous en paix.
And this is God's plan for peace on earth, one person at a time, beginning with you, and you, and you, and you, and me, her.
Mm-hmm. Et c'est donc le plan de Dieu d'avoir paix sur terre, ça commence avec une personne à la fois. Donc Doreen dit, c'est vous, et vous, et vous, et vous, et toi. Mm-hmm.
So the only thing you can control is yourself.
La seule chose que vous pouvez contrôler, c'est vous-même, en fait.
And you being at peace is one of the greatest contributions you can make to world peace.
Et vous, si vous êtes en paix, c'est la meilleure contribution que vous pouvez faire à la planète pour apporter encore plus de paix.
Your angels know exactly who you are.
Vos anges savent exactement qui vous êtes.
And they know what you're capable of doing and what your purpose is.
Et ils savent exactement de quoi vous êtes capable et aussi votre mission de vie.
There's 2 parts to you, to all of us. There's a higher self and there's an ego.
Alors, il y a 2 parties, on a tous 2 parties. On a le higher self, donc la partie un petit peu plus élevée, et on a aussi l'ego.
Your higher self is that part of you that God created, perfect, whole, and complete, and completely loving and lovable.
Donc le higher self, c'est la partie de Dieu qui a été créée pour vous et qui est pur amour et qui n'est que pour vous.
And so he's got a thing he's asking me. Channel 1 or 2 is working right now. With no static.
Si vous voulez
Okay.
regarder sur la chaîne 1 ou 2 sur vos écouteurs, il n'y a plus de statique.
So
Vous
our
pouvez essayer.
do you want to try with this again? Oh, we're gonna have a little revolution here. I love it. This is the new energy where we speak our truth.
J'adore, c'est la nouvelle énergie. Maintenant, on parle notre vérité.
It's fabulous.
C'est fabuleux.
No more pretending.
On ne fait plus semblant maintenant.
Yay. How do you say yay in French?
Yay.
Yay! All right. Let's give this a try. You want to try the headphones to see?
Yes.
No, just try it. Just try it, yeah? If you want. Yeah.
Essayez avec les écouteurs si vous voulez.
Isabel will be around. She won't be offended.
Voilà, je reste là, je ne vais pas tout dire confisquer, pas de problème.
She loves you whether you listen to her now or later.
Je vous aime si vous m'écoutez maintenant ou plus tard, c'est pas grave.
Right, Isabel?
Oui.
Okay, so let's just test this out. And we've got the translator talking right now. How's that? Is it okay? Good? Okay. Because, I can get more information out quicker if it's simultaneous.
That's right.
Okay. Yes, you'll be backstage just in case. Thank you, Isabel! They said channel 1 or 2 is working. Okay. Hello. So your angels want to help you with whatever will bring you peace. And that might mean something small, like getting a parking place. Or it might mean something large, like a healing, or a new home, or your soulmate. Whatever it is that brings you peace, your angels want to help you with right now. Your angels are always talking with you. The question is, are you aware of what they're saying? And that's where I come in. Your angels' number one way they talk to you is through your physical and emotional feelings. Your physical and emotional feelings. So, for instance, you meet someone and you get a gut feeling not to trust that person. That's your angels warning you. Do you listen to your angels? How many of you always listen to your angels? Always, always, always. Wow. Okay, how many of you sometimes listen? Yeah, of course. How many of you never listen to your angels? Okay. We learn even when we don't listen to our angels. I'm sure, like me, you've gotten involved with a person who was not worthy of your trust. You defied your gut feelings, and you became friends, or maybe romantic partners, or business partners with someone after the angels warned you not to. And then, of course, things didn't turn out very well. But hopefully we learn from it. So the next time we get the warnings, we listen, right? And those are from the feelings that the angels give us. Or maybe when you're driving, you got a feeling to change lanes, and you narrowly avoided an accident. Has that happened to you? Yes. So that's the angels talking to you through your feelings. They talk to you through your sense of smell, which is related to your feelings. So you might smell flowers, or smoke, or some other scent, and that's them saying, I'm with you. Or you might get angel messages from visions. That includes dreams. That includes seeing the angels around people. You might see my angels during this workshop. They often make themselves visible to help people to see. Or you might see signs from the angels. One of the signs the angels give you is you see sparkling lights or flashing lights. The white lights are your guardian angels. Those are your personal angels who are always with you. Your personal angels, when they move around, create a friction similar to an automobile driving and creating sparks. So when you see the white lights, it's just your angels letting you know they're there. When you see colored lights, that's the archangels. So I'm wondering if you see, how many of you see bright blue or bright purple? Bright blue or bright purple is the Archangel Michael, the Archangel of courage and confidence and strength. And as we'll talk about later today, many of the deities that have the blue light are sent here to protect this planet. And we'll work with that blue light today, because we need to do some prayers for the world, especially with the election in Greece tomorrow. Light green is the Archangel Shamuel. Shamuel's name is spelled Chamuel. And he's the angel that helps you to find what you're looking for. And he's also the angel of global peace. Any other colors that you're seeing, or you could say in English? Orange is the Archangel Gabriel, the angel who usually comes around because you're supposed to be a writer. And someone said pink. Is it light pink or dark pink? Light pink is Ariel, A-R-I-E-L, the angel of nature, who helps us to heal the environment. It also helps us to manifest our earthly needs. Rainbow is the Archangel Raziel. Raziel helps us to balance our karma, heal our past lives, and also to become the magical spiritual healers that we are already in truth. Any other colors you're seeing? Light purple is the Archangel Jeremiel, helping you to forgive. Forgive yourself, forgive others, so that you can clear yourself. Gold, does someone say gold? Gold is the Christ energy. Everyone who has a Jesus vision or visitation sees this gold light. White is your personal guardian angels that belong to you and you alone. A flowing ribbon, the shape, a cloud. What color is it, darling? Dark blue. Is it like your shirt? Okay, so dark blue would be the Archangel Raguel, R-A-G-U-E-L, and that's the Archangel of harmonious relationships, of peace with your friends, peace with your family, okay? And making new friends too. And by the way, this is a wonderful place to make new friends. You're surrounded by people who have similar energies and similar interests. And are any of you looking for your soulmate? Yes? Are you?
Mm-hmm.
Do you want some help with that?
Please.
Do you trust me?
Yes.
Okay, here's what we're going to do then. If you're looking for your soulmate, stand up, please.
Do it.
Now, turn around and look at the other people standing up. Turn around and look at the other people standing up. Don't be shy. No, it's not. There's some cute men standing up. Just look harder. Don't look at me. I'm a woman. Turn around. You'll see men. Okay? Did you see the men? No? No. How many men do you want? You just want one, right? All it takes is one. I don't know how it's been in Montreal, but where I come from, we have one husband. I'm kidding. And ladies, let's give a hand to the men who are here, single and married. Let's give them a hand. Yay! Because it takes a lot of courage to be a man and come to an event that has this many women. So the men here are very brave. Right? Yes. But they're also very smart because angel events are filled with beautiful women. So on the breaks, I hope that you will say hi to each other, whether you're a man or a woman, and make some new friends. For my events, we've had at least 12 weddings come up. I know, we have. Some people, including my own son Grant, who's married to his beautiful wife Melissa. They live in Ireland. And then my wedding coming up on 12/12/12 to a man I met at one of my angel workshops. Yeah. So don't give up hope, okay? Hang in there, sweetheart. Good. We'll get you married off by the end of the day. No, I don't know. We'll see. Could happen. So besides the lights, the angels also show us numbers. So you see the same numbers over and over and over again every time you look at a license plate or a telephone number. You see numbers over and over again. So for instance, you might be seeing ones. 111, that's big right now. That means that there's an energy gateway opening. These are like ones, my fingers are. And it means your thoughts are turning into reality like that, very, very quickly. You might be seeing twos. Twos mean keep the faith. Hang in there. Just like a gardener plants seeds and has to water them on faith without even seeing the sprouts come over the soil. You've got to have faith that the work you're doing is making a difference, because it is. The angels say that light workers' prayers are what's bringing this world to a healed place. But we've got to keep going with that, and we have to actually intensify our efforts. There's a lot of work to do, but we can do it. So number 2 means keep the faith. 7s mean you're on the right path. Good girl, good guy, keep going. Any other numbers that you keep seeing? 8? Okay, 8s mean infinity or abundance. So 8 means your prayers about money have been heard and are being answered. 9 means get to work on your life purpose now. No more procrastinating, no more delaying, no more excuses, no more hearing the ego go, but I'm not ready. I have to take one more class. I have to read one more book. I have to get published first. I have to open a healing center first. I have to lose weight first. I have to pay off my bills first. I have to get divorced first. I have to get married first. And then I can work on my life purpose. That's the ego's voice. You recognize it? I have an ego, you have an ego. We all have egos. It's no shame. It's whether they keep us from our purpose or not. We'll take care of that today, hopefully. Number 5, big number right now, means you're going through a big change. Many people going through changes right now, have you noticed? How many of you have moved to a new house or about to? Look at this. Keep your hands up. Look back behind you. This in the front row. Look how many people are moving, including me. I have my hand up too.
I hope I am.
Everyone's moving. The angels say it's an energy reassignment. Because the old energy of where you live just doesn't fit anymore. If you're being called to move, surrender that. Surrender it to God. Because they will take care of all the details. don't block it by thinking you can't afford to move. If you put that, I can't afford to quit my job, I can't afford to move, it comes true. But if you just say, God, whatever you want, I give to you, then miracles happen. The angels say that this is similar to getting off of oil and nuclear power. The angels say that you and I are a big part of that by, in our personal home, going solar as much as we can. And the angels have said that they will help pay for solar power and solar panels and things, that if you'll just do this, they will reimburse you in unexpected ways. It's one of the best ways that we can make a contribution to the environment is to get off of oil and off of nuclear, ASAP. So, in addition to numbers and colors and lights, they might send you signs such as coins that you find. Those coins are almost always from your grandparents or parents. Those aren't angels, those are deceased loved ones sending you the coins. You understand the difference? An angel has not lived as a human. You also have deceased loved ones with you, like your grandparents. And they're the ones that send you coins to let you know that they're watching out for you and they love you and they're happy in heaven. You might find feathers in unusual places. I get lots of stories from people who find lots of feathers where there's no birds around, there's no pillows around. See, the angels want you to know that they're there. They're not hiding. They're not secret. They want you to know, we're your angels, we're right here. What do you think it's like to be your angel? Frustrating? They have to have patience? Well, it's actually true. The angels have told me a lot of new information recently that's not in my books yet. And one of the things they recently told me is that you and I work for God Incorporated. We were sent here as employees of God Inc. You can applaud, yeah. And the angel said that you have a job to do, a very specific job. And they're telling you every day what your job is. Now, they use this metaphor next. They said, have you ever worked at a company where there was an employee that would never listen to their boss? And said, I want to do it my way. Or, why should I do that? That's stupid. The angels say that we act like that employee a lot to them. That we argue with them and ignore them. And they said that we also worry about money a lot. And they said, but you work with this company that will pay you if you just do your job. They said that this, I know this is going to sound really shocking, but they want yes men and yes women right now to give promotions and raises to. They want yes men and yes women to give, they will give promotions and raises to. I want to give you myself, they said I am an example. Doreen Virtue is an example. They said many people want a job like Doreen Virtue's because she gets to travel around the world and talk about spirituality, and she's got her opinions and her messages published. Many people want to be in that position. And they ask, how can I do that too? And the angels say, well, it's because we know that if we ask Doreen Virtue to do something, she will always say yes to us and not argue with us. Now, I used to argue with my angels until July 15th, 1995, when I almost died from ignoring them. And I won't go into details too much because you probably know the story, but July 15th, 1995 was the day that they warned me that I would be in a carjacking, and I once again ignored them. I heard them. I've always heard my angels, but I was very selective and willful, and I acted like someone who knew better than God. And I was also afraid that if I listened to God, that they would take away all my fun, and life would be boring. If you can relate to that. And I was also frustrated with God's divine timing. I thought it was way too slow. So I was always pushing to go faster, God. Go faster, God. Anyone relate to this? Yeah, okay. So now this Taurus Irish person, which is like the definition of a stubborn person, an Irish Taurus, oh my gosh, I was humbled because on that day, because I didn't listen, I was in an armed carjacking with two men with a gun and a knife. And I almost died. And the reason I didn't die is because the angels told me what to do to get out of the carjacking. And it was a breakthrough moment because I finally listened. And I was very humbled. Very humbled. And I got down on my knees in this dirty parking lot where it happened. And I said, what can I do? What can I do, God? Because I felt like the rest of my life I owed to God after that. And I was told to go around the world teaching as many people as possible, as quickly as possible, that the angels are real. And the very next day I began that mission. And I've been doing this ever since, until the day they tell me to stop. And believe me, I would rather stay home. I appreciate this job, but I'm a homebody. I miss my dog, I miss my fiancé, I miss my cat. But there's work for us to do. And sometimes that work pushes you beyond your comfort zone. So, for instance, in this new energy, especially those of you who are indigos, this is the new energy that supports honesty and truth only. The indigo generation has always known this. Indigos are strong-willed leaders who have an inner truth detector that they trust. You know what I'm talking about. And indigos know when they're being lied to. They know when they're being manipulated. And indigos only trust people who tell the truth. They stay away from everyone else. I admire them for this. I'm learning from this. The older generations, which I am a part of, we also have a truth detector. But we talk ourselves out of it. We doubt it. And we go, well, that's not very nice. I always do that voice. That's the voice of the ego. This new energy, the angels say, is the year of the indigo, the start of the indigo energy, where all of us are called upon to tell the truth. Tell the truth with kindness. We don't need to blast each other. There's enough aggression in this world. But we have to tell the truth now. We have no choice. No more white lies. No more, does this make me look fat? Oh, no. You've got to tell the truth, always. So the angels told me this. And when I was traveling in Europe last week, this was put to the test for me. You see, normally when I go through countries' borders and passport control, and they ask me, why are you here? I will say a white lie. I call it, white lies means you think it doesn't hurt anybody, but it does hurt someone. There's no such thing as a white lie. It's either truth or false. So normally when I go through borders, I say, oh, I'm here to see friends, which is partially true because I have friends around the world. Or I'll say I'm here to shop, which is probably true because I'll buy something in that country. But this time the angel said, I can't do that anymore. So here I was at Heathrow Airport, passport control, and two big men are in front of me. And these are normal-looking men, not, men who wear tie-dye shirts or come to angel events. God bless them. These were men who, were tough, hardened-looking, and they had uniforms that said police on them. And so I get there, and one is sitting and one's the manager who's standing. And they said, why are you here in England? And I said, okay, here we go. I'm here to lecture about angels. I write books about angels. They didn't even blink. The manager says to me, oh, well, every time angels save my life, I smell perfume. Now, this is a man who's probably 55 years old, and he's in an official capacity. He's at work. He didn't say to me, I think the angel saved my life. He said it matter-of-factly. He said, every time the angel saved my life. And I got to stand there with these men and have a discussion about angels because I chose this new energy, to be honest. I would have missed it if I'd gone the old energy way. The angels say to be honest and let the chips fall where they may. Let go of controlling everything through dishonesty. Dishonesty is a form of manipulation to try and control how others react to you. My friend Isabel, who you just met, and her lovely husband, Louis, live on the east coast of the United States, and they drove here yesterday. And so they got the message, too, to be honest at all times. So the same thing happened when they went over the border in Montreal, and they were asked, why are you going to Montreal? Oh, they said, we're going to an angel conference. The man said, a what? An angel conference. What do they do at angel conferences? She says, or both of them said, we learn about angel therapy. The man said, tell me more. Traffic started to back up behind them as they had a long discussion about angels and angel therapy with your border patrol person here in Montreal. I'm telling you, it's a brand new energy since last week. The angels told me to tell you that life will never be the same again after last week. They said that it will never again be like it was in 1970s. It'll never again be like it was in 2011. Yay. They said that they reminded me, I wrote about this in my book, Goddesses and Angels. I spent some time in the Yucatan of Mexico, at Chichen Itza, the sacred place, with two Mayan shamans who showed me the hieroglyphics, the carvings, related to the Mayan calendar. And what they showed me was the end of the Mayan calendar was a Venus return. The Mayan calendar energetically ended last week, and we're in our new world now. And everyone is watching us, angels and beings from other planets and star systems. And they're praying that we all make the choice to be honest. First of all with ourselves, second of all with the people in our lives, and third with the government. They need us to speak up now. Since I was a child, the angels have been showing me the future of our planet. One of my guides took me on journeys at night that were as real as anything I've ever experienced. I remember each and every one of these journeys as real as I remember what I did yesterday, flying to Montreal. And I'll tell you about these journeys throughout the day, but I can tell you they've shown me the future of Earth And it's very beautiful. She's not going to be destroyed. Part of humanity could be destroyed, but the planet will remain intact. You are here to help with this time. You know this, right? You know that you volunteered for this too, right? Forgive yourself.
Yeah.
I don't think we were told everything about the assignment, honestly.
No.
Like, I know that part of the reason they got me here was by telling me I could eat pizza if I came and that it was a human again. And then I came here and they turned me into a gluten-free vegan. I know, darling. I know. I love gluten-free vegan pizzas, but you know my point. I'm making a point with humor there. So my point is, it's difficult. It's a difficult assignment you're on. They know it's difficult. This is one of the most difficult planets in all of the galaxies because of the amount of violence here. That's physical violence and emotional violence and psychological violence. It's very difficult here. It's also difficult because in this dense energy, there's this system in place where you are told to suffer for money to get your food. That's not true in any other planet. In any other planet, you manifest what you need, or you don't need food. You don't need water. So here you are on this planet with this human body, but the reason you've got the body is because most people don't listen to their angels, but they'll listen to other people. So you have your body as a tool or a vehicle to bring through messages that people will listen to. And in this new energy, they also are calling upon the mothers of the world to speak up. They said that Mother Bear energy is one of the biggest human powers around. That when a mother gets clear, everyone shakes in their boots. And they need the mothers to speak up and say, enough. Stop it. I raised 2 sons. I raised 2 little boys. And when they were acting out, I would say, stop it! And they would know whether I meant it or not. There's little boys running this world right now. The mothers need to tell them to stop it. Am I right?
Yes.
Big yes. You have this body as the instrument of your spiritual path. Before you came here, you asked them, can I just be someone's spirit guide? And they said, no, it's not enough. You have to have a physical body. The physical body is a tool of our spiritual path, but it's also a tool of the ego, tool of fear. And the reason is because we can get so distracted by being obsessed with our physical body that it takes us off our path. When your body is operating as God created it, it hears energy perfectly clear. But sometimes the ego doesn't want us to hear these messages. The ego gets afraid of what the angels might tell you. The ego is afraid that you'll remember who you are, that you'll remember that you're absolutely powerful. You are so powerful. You may not even remember this, but you are. The ego doesn't want you to remember how creative, wise, intelligent you are. That you have access to all knowledge at all times. And I'm not talking about Google. I'm talking about this collective unconscious that you're tapped into. The ego does not want you to remember that you are lovable for who you are right now. That you're loving. Can I keep going a little bit and then we'll take a break? Okay. So when you were first born, when you were first a baby, you came to this planet with your heart wide open. Big open heart. And you came from this energy with the angels of 100% love. And that love from God feels so good. There's no high in the world like it. It's the best feeling to be completely loved by God. And you were born to parents whose hearts weren't open all the way. In this world, it's hard to keep your heart open. And especially in the old energy in which you were born. So you were born to a mother and father whose hearts were closed, who could not give you the same love that God gave you. And that's when the disconnect and the original wounding happened. The original emotional trauma happened when you were born, and you started to look for that feeling from heaven, and you couldn't find it, no matter where you looked. Your mother and father could not give it to you. Even the most loving parents were not capable of, especially at that time, of giving you what you needed. So you started to look outside of yourself for that feeling. And we found it temporarily, because everything is God energy. This is God energy, this is God energy, this is God energy. And you found it temporarily through the God energy of food. Food feels good to eat. Beverages feel good to drink because it's connecting with the energy. And you started to believe that was your source of peace and happiness. And then there was other sources too, maybe drugs, maybe alcohol, maybe material items. Whatever it was this consumption of something outside of yourself to get that original state that you remembered as a baby. And the angels are here with you at all times to give you that feeling. They haven't gone anywhere. God's here to give you that feeling. And the good news is you can access that feeling right this minute. God's right here, omnipresent in every cell of your body and every part of your world. And there is not one piece of chocolate cake that feels as good as God's love does. There's not one relationship you'll ever find on this planet that will give you the love that God can give you. It's impossible. The only way to get that feeling is through conscious connection with God. And that could be through meditation. For some people it's gardening or going outside with flowers. Or it might be by connecting with animals or children. Some people it's music. How you connect with God is not important, but that we do is important. And the angels are that bridge. Your angels are with you right now to help you remember the energy of heaven. Let's go ahead and bring on some music, Luke, and connect with that feeling, and then we'll take a break, okay? This music that we'll hear is from my friend Stephen Halpern from his Relaxation Suite. And let's keep the volume down just a little bit. You don't have to try to connect with God or the angels. They're there, right there. They want to connect with you. Let them do all the work. You can feel their energy. I feel it as heat. You might feel their energy as waves or pulsations of energies. Perhaps you smell flowers. We ask the angels to make their presence known to you right now. Help us to feel you, angels. And let's put our focus on our heart. Perhaps your heart has been hurt by relationships, or energies, or disappointments. We understand and we have compassion for your life. Allow your heart to be healed right now. The Divine Mother is here with you in the form of Mother Mary, Queen of the Angels. Allow her to nurture your heart and to heal you back to the way that God created you. With your heart open and filled with love. Mother Mary is often called the star of the sea. And very often she appears with stars around her. You are a star. You are a 5-pointed star. Your head is the top of the star, and your arms and legs form the other 4 points. Feel yourself as the shining star who you are in spiritual truth, sent to earth by God to shine as brightly as possible. And that light comes through your open heart. The more that you can open your heart, the brighter you shine. Make that decision and choice right now, please, to shine brightly. Let that golden light come streaming from heaven through you and through your heart and filling this room with the golden light. Let us send that golden light to your loved ones on earth and in heaven. And let us send that golden light to all of your family and friends. Breathing and sending the golden light to your country and communities, and sending the golden light to our beautiful planet. Surrounding our planet with your shining, healing golden light, and sending the light deep into the earth's core to stabilize and heal her. And sending the light into the hearts of the men and women in political and financial power, praying that their hearts are open to compassion for us all. And we pray for you. We pray for your strength and for your courage. We pray for your confidence, which comes from your higher self's knowledge that you are a reflection of God's perfection. You are ready and you are qualified for your life's purpose now. If there's anything that you need help from, anything that you would like to pray for, now would be a wonderful time to do so. And we give thanks that this help is already given you, that in the infinite wisdom of God's mind, there's a perfect solution that miraculously has worked out for you already. All we need to do is say yes to God's guidance and to be a wonderful employee of God Incorporated. One who trusts that God knows the bigger picture. And all we need to do is our part in that divine plan. Angels, please help us to know the difference between the voice of love and the voice of fear. Help us to surrender our ego's control issues and to be willing and humble servants of God's plan of peace. Amen. When we come back from the break, let's talk about your life purpose. I want to thank you for being here. And let's try a 20-minute break. We may need a little more, because there's mostly women here. You do the math. But on the break, be sure to say hello to at least 3 people that you've never met before. And get their phone numbers. We'll see you in 20 minutes.